Let's keep going, see what we can find with these people. How you doing? You're perfect. Help me train my little brother. Oh, it's going to be a double battle, isn't it? It is. I don't like double battles in this one. All right, Crush Kin. Ron and Maya, like they're kin, like they're brother and sister, and they crush kin? Is that what we're going for? Okay. They have Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, famously named after Bruce Lee, Hitmonlee, and Jackie Chan, Hitmonchan. All right, so I have Lord Yon and Mr. Gency out front. This is risky. This is risky. This is why I hate double battles. All right, we're gonna go for a fly. I'm gonna try to hit Hitmonlee with it. Mr. Gency, I want you to go for a psychic on Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan needs to die. Hitmonchan has things that are quite effective against Lord Yon. I believe even at this level, this one does. All right, go psychic. That will finish off Hitmonchan. They're both fighting types. You know, they're martial artists. They clearly look like fighting types. Why they would name the boxing one after Jackie Chan? Remember, those are just in the American versions. In the Japanese, they named them after more Japanese style people. Focus energy. That works out very well for me. Hitmonlee is getting pumped, but he's not going to ever get a chance to use that. Mr. Gency is going to finish him off with a psychic. It was risky. Mr. Gency honestly could have died. It didn't look like it, but Mr. Gency could have died. More experience, and down go Ron and Maya. Ron, you have to focus. Concentrate on what you're doing. He tried. That's what ended up being his problem. He concentrated. He used focus energy, and it did not work out well for him at all. Okay, we'll turn it up. I'll add to our training menu. I don't know what that means. Oh, bleh. Wish I had a nice sister. Don't we all? Let's keep going, and over here we can find yet another picnicker. What's cool and happening? Trading Pokemon. I don't think so. Maybe Pokemon cards. That was really big, but you know, actual Pokemon, that was never really that great to trade. All right, Clefairy out front. I don't have Rumpus with me, so I went ahead and put Sonja out front. We're gonna do this hopefully the old-fashioned way, which is lots of status effects, because I think Clefairy can take quite a little bit of damage. So we're going to go for Sleep and Leech Seed, and then we'll start doing damage. I don't think Clefairy will go down easily. But I also don't think Clefairy has anything that's particularly strong against Sonja. And Sonja needs work. Sonja's lagging behind Mr. Gency like you wouldn't believe. Well, you would. It's 4 levels. All right, give me the Razor Leaf. Give me that stab damage. Yeah, it's not that great. Really do need a fighter with me for things like Clefairy, but this is a one-off thing, so maybe just one more turn and that will do it. Go Razor Leaf. Should get low enough so that the Leech Seed finishes it off. Ooh, not quite. All right, Clefairy wakes up, goes for Minimize. Ah, you wasted the turn. Leech Seed will finish you off next time, like that. Leech Seed will do it. Leech Seed will do that. All right, let's go for a Tackle. If it misses, oh well. Hopefully Clefairy doesn't do too much damage. Nope, it goes for Defense Curl. Who scripted this AI? Didn't I say earlier that the AI in this game was better than it was in the first generation? I still want to stand by that, but it's hard when they do stuff like that. I swear the AI in this game is better overall, but whew, that was not good. All right, down goes Celia. I said trade. Then you shouldn't have challenged me to a battle right off the bat. What the hell's your problem? I trade Pokemon with my friends all the time. I'm sure you do. If we head over here, we can find TM18, Rain Dance. Oh, turn. All right, let's take a look at TM18. Ugh. All right. TM18. There it is. Rain Dance. A heavy rain falls for 5 turns, powering up water-type moves. Useful if you are trying to drown your opponent and you're sure they won't kill you in the one shot, or the one turn that it takes to use Rain Dance. You know, it can be effective. It definitely has its uses. I'm not a big fan of like the setup moves like that, but maybe that's just me. I'm trying to think. Hold on, let me find out what you get if it's the original versions, because you definitely don't get Rain Dance. If you are playing the original versions of the game, more towards the center, instead of way over here, you will get TM20, which will be Rage, which I believe we have gone over before. Alright, let's head down and get into the patch of grass here on Route 15, which, just for the record, oh my god, are you kidding me? Another Venonat. The availability of Pokemon here in Generation 3 is the same as it was on Route 13, and really just percentage points different from Route 14. If you're playing the original versions of the game, then the Pokemon availability here is the same as Route 14, which more or less is just percentage points away from Route 13. Let me take care of Venonat here. Back in the Pokemon Center in Fuchsia City, we should be done with that long route for quite some time now. Maybe for good. No, we have to go back for a couple things, but we're done with it for the time being. Let's take a look at the only Pokemon that I caught along the way. That would be Templayer 2. Templayer 2, the Venonat. Female Venonat, quiet in nature. That does mean higher special attack at the cost of speed. That's actually pretty good. Decent, I should say, for a Venonat. You know, lower speed is never really my favorite, but higher special attack on a Venonat is usually what I would like to go for. However, the typing of Venonat is really my hiccup on the Pokemon. It's bug poison. I'm not a big fan of either type, to be honest with you, but that's not really how you use a Venonat. So Venonat is decent and viable at the end of the game. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can go through the game with it. As you can see, the ability is Compound Eyes, raises accuracy by 30% percentage. So like if it's I think 70, it's not 100%, it's 70 times 1.3, which is 91%. So, right, it's a multiplier, not a flat 30% increase. As you can see, the stats are pretty good. Attack, in particular, is pretty good. And unfortunately, that's the one that I care the least about. It's because of the moveset of Venonat. Defense, special defense, they're fairly good. Special attack, I would like to be higher. I'm not entirely sure why attack is so much higher at this level for Venonat. Speed, not so great. That might be good quiet nature, though. In terms of moves, Templayer 2 is going to be a little weird. Should I choose to use her? I'm still not entirely sure about that. Foresight, of course, not my favorite move. Completely negates the foe's efforts to heighten its ability to evade. So, should you encounter a Muck or a Grimer that's spamming Minimize, you can use Foresight and lower that back down to normal. I believe it also removes the immunity of normal moves on ghosts. I think this is the one that does that as well, but ultimately it's not a move that I'm particularly interested in using. Then we have Supersonic, we've seen this before, accuracy of 55 to confuse your enemy. Then we have Confusion, we have seen this, oh, have we seen this one before? Yes, we have. A weak telekinetic attack that may also leave the foe confused. 50, 100, not the best. But as you can see, Psychic type. And that is the primary attack of the Venonat line. They are Psychic bugs. Even though their types aren't Psychic, that's what you use them for. You use them for Psychic moves, particularly Psychic, which they learn naturally at much higher levels. Then we have Poison Powder. A cloud of Toxic Dust is scattered. It may poison the foe. So overall, not my favorite Pokemon, but interesting choice if you want to use it, especially its evolution. Turns into a moth. I don't know if gnats turn into moths, but this one does. But for the time being, we're gonna go ahead and put it back into the box. However, we are not done trying to catch Pokemon. We went through the routes. Where else is there for me to go? I'll show you. In Fuchsia City, behind the building where the man gave you the good rod, there's a small pond. You can indeed fish here. So I'm going to go ahead and fish. I'm going to go ahead and consider every town a new area. I'm not going to go back and try to find stuff in every town, but I'm going to consider each town that I go to a new area. You can indeed fish here. Despite just getting the super rod, I'm actually going to use the good rod. I think it has a better shot of giving me something that I want. Even though, to be honest, I don't really particularly want any of the options here. I will use the good rod and see what I can get. If you're playing the remakes, there's a good chance with the good rod that you'll get a Poliwag or a Goldeen and a semi-rare Magikarp. Poliwag will do. It's only level 13, are you kidding me? Alright, let's put it to sleep. And then let's just throw Pokeballs at it. Somja probably can kill this thing with a tackle. I do not like honestly this one bit. If I can't get it this time, then I'll probably start leech seeding it away. Actually, let's just do the leech seed now. And we'll whittle down its health. It's not going to do too much damage each time. I believe leech seed does a percentage. Yeah, it does a flat percentage. So I should be fine for a little bit of time. I'm not going to risk tackling it. Just not at all. Actually, though, let's go for... No, let's just go for a Great Ball. I was considering the Net Ball, but I should be fine with just the Great Ball. These things are not that difficult to catch. If you're going for a Super Rod, actually the most common thing that you get here is a Sea King. What the hell is Pokemon catch rate? Like, it's so much harder than this. I've never gotten it this easy. But God, alright, I got a Poliwag. But yes, like I said, Super Rod. Most common Pokemon that you'll catch here is a Sea King half the time, followed by Goldeen. Then you actually have a 20% chance of getting a Gyarados. Then if you're playing Fire Red, very rare Psyduck. If you're playing Leaf Green, very rare Slowpoke. I'm going to go ahead and catch my Poliwag. It's a tadpole Pokemon. It's 2 feet tall, with a little bit over 25 pounds. Its newly grown legs prevent it from walking well. It appears to prefer swimming over walking. It does have a giant tail. I assume it can use it. Give a nickname to the captured Poliwag. You're damn right I will. As suggested by Bojack Dowie, this is going to be Deep 6. Deep 6 is going to go straight to the PC. Not entirely sure I'm going to be using that, but we will indeed take a look. Let's take a look at our new Pokemon. We have Deep 6. Low level, so it's a little difficult to judge stats, but as you can see, it is gentle by nature, which does mean higher special defense at the expense of defense. Not necessarily my favorite, but what are you going to do? In terms of overall stats, it's a little, hard to tell because it is such low level, but just know that the stats aren't necessarily where I would like them to be. I do have a high amount of speed, so I might try to level up Deep 6 here and start using her as my water Pokemon, but I'm not entirely sure about that. In terms of ability, I got the bad one. They can have 2 abilities. I definitely got the bad one here. Damp prevents self-destruction, so if I were to use a move like Explosion or Self-Destruct, it would just fail. Like, it just doesn't do anything. Not sure I'd necessarily see the point of this ability. I have to be missing something. The other one that you can get is much better. It is Water Absorb. That will absorb any water move. It'll absorb 25% of the normal damage, and you'll get that in health instead of actually getting damaged by water. So I definitely did not get the good one here. In terms of moves that Deep 6 does have, they're water moves, and they're honestly not all that great. We have Bubble. Power of 20, accuracy of 100. A spray of bubbles hits the foe. It may lower the foe's speed stat. Yeah, you get hit with a few bubbles and you're like, whoa, I need to slow things down. Then there's Hypnosis. We have seen that many times. 60% accuracy. Make them go into sleep. I don't know why it says deep sleep. It's just a normal sleep. And then we have Water Gun. Power of 40. Very low level. So what are you going to do? The foe is struck with a lot of water expelled forcibly from the mouth. Just lots of saliva going your way. And that's deep 6. Like I said, May user, not sure yet. Honestly, my options of water Pokemon are limited, but I might be able to get something better. For the time being, back in the box it goes. And now it is time to head to the gym, but first, let me go over availability in the first generation of games. If you're fishing behind the guy's house, Good Rod will get you a 50-50 chance of Poliwag and Goldeen. If you're doing the Super Rod and you're playing red or blue, it's 25% each of Krabby, Goldeen, Seaking, and Magikarp. If you're using a Super Rod and you're playing yellow, 90% Magikarp, 10% Gyarados. They kind of screw you over if you're playing yellow a bit. But let's go ahead and head for the gym. Now this is a tricky gym. I don't like this gym, not one bit. Fuchsia Pokemon Gym, leader Koga. Winning trainers, Choo Choo. I cut it off, but it just said Choo Choo. Yo, champ in the making. Fuchsia Gym is a tricked up place. It's riddled with invisible walls. Koga might appear close, but he's blocked off. You have to find gaps in the walls to reach him. Indeed I do. That is terrible. Look at that. He's right there. I can't get him now. Let's go left first, and we'll go over why I don't like this gym too much. Let's see you beat my special techniques. Indeed, we shall see what I can do here. We're up against Juggler Nate. He sent out Drowsy. I have Lord Yawn out front because I am hoping that Lord Yawn can continue where Sanders left off. All right, we're going to go for Fly. Actually, no, let's go for Tri-Attack. Tri-Attack on the Drowsy. Tri-Attack is quite powerful. Drowsy is, kind of beefy defense-wise. All right, it goes for Meditate. That's fine. It increases its attack, but I should be able to finish it off with another Tri-Attack here. I do not like this gym because it's tricky. They tell you poison, right? They're like, Koga is a poison trainer, and he is. But that doesn't mean everybody else here is. They're a mix of psychic and poison for the most part. Drives me nuts that they do that. But down goes Drowsy. Get a chunk of experience up to level 29. I will take that. A decent level up, 2 attack. I'll take that. And Kadabra is now going to come out. Now, I've been harping on how much I love Kadabra since the beginning of this game. However, we're probably not going to see it here. Most opponents are not going to be using their Kadabra properly. We're going to go for Fly. I think Fly will help me out a little bit more. Yeah, it goes for Recover right off the bat. That just shows you how it just does not work. Oh, of course, it goes for Reflect. Of course it would. Increases its defense. Let's go for Fly. It's not going to do that much damage because it used Reflect. All right, let's go for Tri-Attack. Maybe that'll do a little bit better. Oh, it goes for Recover. Now you're just being a dick. You know that, Kadabra? Not once is it attacking either. Come on, Tri-Attack. Give me something good. There we go. And Paralyzed. And Synchronized Paralyzed Lord Yawn. Yeah, you had Synchronized. Alright, let's go for a Tri-Attack. Hopefully we can finish it off. It's Paralyzed. Lord Yawn is also paralyzed. Come on, Tri-Attack. Are you kidding me? This freaking Kadabra is driving me nuts. And of course, I'm paralyzed again, but it's not. All right. And it goes for Recover. Is it ever going to go for attack? Honestly, I don't want it to, but will it? And there we go. Reflect has worn off. Let's go for Tri-Attack again. I was hoping Fly would do it, but hey, there we go. Tri-Attack. Without your Reflect, let's see what that does. And Kadabra. Are you kidding me? Pursuit then. And it goes for Future Sight. Before we saw an attack. Was it Pursuit? Because that's your death. Down goes the Kadabra. It is super effective. It only has 20, I believe, but Kadabras are more annoying in this game than they are powerful. But if you use them right, they're damn good, I swear. You can see it in Mr. Gensi. You can see it. And down goes Nuggler Jake. Juggler Nate. Apparently I've been playing way too late. You had me fooled. You had me fooled. This is supposed to be a poison gym. Give me your massive amounts of money. I like poison and sleep techniques as they linger after battle. Fuck you. Sleep doesn't. Wait, yes it does. But I have a Poké Flute, so not really. But seriously. Fuck you.